What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday night. Welcome to an all-new edition of Chips and Dish here on the All About the Birds Network, the only all-sports show on Monday nights, the only one worth listening to. This is the jam up in here. Pay the bills real quick. That way you know that All About the Birds and Chips and Dish is sponsored by Statement Games, a fun, free twist on fantasy sports. Link is in the show bio. OddsJam.com. Use the Arbitrage Calculator to not lose money. Link is in the show bio. AATBirds.com/shop to get all of your designs, which include this lovely face on a mug. This mug on a mug. Check it out. My wife has one. She loves it. And 99jersey.com, sponsored with AAT Birds. Use the code AATBirds20 for a 20% discount at checkout for all kinds of dope jerseys that you can wear pretty much anywhere, especially in the summer. Take the guns out for a walk. What's up? And, of course, Manscaped.com. Manscaped is partnering with AAT Birds. Use the code AAT Birds for 20% off and free shipping at checkout. Your balls will thank you. We have a very special guest here tonight, and he wanted a very special introduction. He said, take me out of the frame. Take me out of the frame. I don't want to be on the screen while you sell yourself for money. I give you the one and only Rich from Drunk on Broad with something that he's selling for money. What's up, Rich? What's going on, buddy?
Oh, hey guys. How are we? Cheers.
Hey, guy.
My good man. Cheers.
Oh, just so you no offense. This comment came in before Rich came on.
Thank you. Damn it.
The wife from the other room is, admiring. Body by Tila over here.
I imagine. Body by Tila over here.
Theme music doesn't get old. Evening, everyone. Cheers, buddy. What you drinking tonight?
A little bit of double nickel ripe. It's delicious.
Oh,
delicious. Some good stuff over there.
Rocking the high noon up in here.
High noons are good
for sponsors. Yo, they are good. Yeah, there you go, Rich. You should feel good about that.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Teal. Needed that.
So what's going on, my friend?
Man, you know what? A whole lot of nothing. We're doing a quick hiatus from the show. We will be back tomorrow. We took a week off just because of the lull that is Philly sports. The Sixers kind of deflated us. And let's be real, the Phillies keep letting us down. So
no,
we're just no. My favorite thing is
500. They're exactly perfect.
Yeah, it's what we expected, right? It's what we expected. And I loved watching the home run derby right now. There's this guy, Taiwan Walker, who's an all-star that we could have signed for dirt cheap, but it's okay. He's an all-star.
Oh my God, you can go back. You can go back through my tweets. I was actively campaigning. I'm like, please Come right here. Come on. Come
You
right here.
were one of the first, and my buddy Nick, who's on our show, that was his big splash for us if we decided to get one, and we didn't. So it's always a good time. It's always a good time. But man,
because remember, where do we get our pitching from? The draft.
Oh.
That's where we get our pitching from.
Like you talking about the Army draft? You're not
Sure.
talking about
I'm talking about the little green guys with the
little green
flexible arms.
I was gonna say, please don't talk about not the MLB draft.
Yes, Johnny, we know Taijuan Walker was a former Mariner. We know.
Johnny, I love you, dude. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ with the Mariners. I literally looked at your profile yesterday for a good 10 minutes, and I'm like, this motherfucker is a Mariners fan. And I wouldn't know it by his posts. I would not know it. Would not know it.
See,
Ted Lasso.
I just, on a side note, and I know we were talking before we went on, I just discovered the show Ted Lasso. Just discovered it like an hour ago, to the point of, Rich, we almost didn't have a show because I was starting to binge. So the little green men joke was, she picked up on it.
Gotcha.
She picked up on it.
Well, I was going to say, Zach Braff is one of the directors and producers on that show.
Huge Scrubs fan. Huge Scrubs fan.
Love Scrubs. Love the podcasts. Fake friends or fake doctors, real friends. Love it. So it's all good things. It's all fun. With Zach and Donald. Mm-hmm. That's my shit. So good. So good.
Rich, you and I know as this is starting to wind down where we can actually see people again. I think you and I are going to need to meet in real life. It's going to need to happen.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down.
Just so you're aware, we're going to need to meet.
That would be dangerous because we are very alike.
Way too much alike.
It's just going to go way too far. It's going to be awesome. Adam, what's up, dude?
Way too far. So now everyone chiming in. So the home run derby's going on, and I just watched Pete Alonso crush 35 home runs. And here's what I'm going to say. And we were starting to talk about this. I hate the home run derby format. I hate it.
I love it.
So back in the day when I was just a young whippersnapper, what they got was 10 outs, right? They got 10 outs. 10. A fucking 10. You want to go problem me?
Go problem.
So now it's they're like, throw the ball, hit it, throw the ball, hit it, throw the ball, hit. I'm like, it's they don't even show the home runs. There's not a camera on the home runs anymore. And you look at Ryan Howard when he would hit 30 home runs in 10 outs. So I'm like, that's awesome. Now it's 35 in 2 minutes, which is still equally awesome. I just don't
go to the StatCast one. It's a different view. So ESPN 2 has the StatCast, and they actually show it from behind home plate. I just turned that on. It's all about the StatCast. So that's pretty cool. But now I'm going to turn it back to the other one because it's freaking my eyes out. Freaking out, man. Freaking out. If I'm Salvador Perez, I'd probably just quit. I'd just be like, if I'm Salvador Perez, I'm quitting. He's got 9 home runs.
Only 35. Yeah, you just did not show up for the home run derby.
Good luck.
Way to pull a Phillies, yo. Way to pull a Phillies. All right,
too soon.
We have a list of topics we're going to discuss. Is there anyone that because you got the list, is there anyone that you want to talk about first?
Let me check.
Dealer's choice up in here.
I think we should just start at the top.
Let's do it because I agree. Topic number. So we did last week a really fantastic, interesting episode. Me and Kyle Boyer, somebody that I teach with, on basically racism in sports.
Yes, yes.
And it had to deal with the Sha'Carri Richardson issue, where basically she broke a rule and got busted for smoking weed before the Olympics, tested all that stuff.
Yes.
And we got into this deeper conversation. And if you have the opportunity, and I know that people are following us and liking us and subscribing to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and all that stuff, go back. If there's one episode that you go back and watch, that's the one that people need to watch. It was really, I enjoyed it personally. I know the people that were tuning in.
It was a good episode. It was a very good episode. Very enlightening. And you guys handled that topic with the utmost respect and class. So I commend you guys on that. It's a tough thing to talk about. You guys did very well.
That was not. So this one's a little bit later. But I need to ask this question. Where did the Mamba mentality in professional sports go? Because what has been the big story this week for the Philadelphia 76ers?
Not having a killer.
No.
The Danny Green. The Danny Green
standing up for the non-killer Ben Simmons.
Yes.
And we say non-killer, not like he's a murderer. Like he doesn't have that killer instinct.
Great teammate. I want my teammate to
Great teammate.
That's awesome. But you also got to know, Danny Green, when things are deserved, they're deserved.
And that's, when Danny Green says things, and he was on John Clark's Takeoff podcast. Yes. I think that's what it's called. We didn't take them serious enough. It's the playoffs. How do you not take a team seriously? Let's start with that. Let's go clip by clip here.
Statement. It's literally a statement that you say to make an excuse for how poorly you prepared. Don't say that you ever take anybody. If you literally look me in the eyes and we can play slow pitch softball and we go out there and my team says to me, "Oh, we took them lightly and we got boat raced," I would be embarrassed and I wouldn't want half those people on my team. You go out there playing every night that this is Kobe and Shaq, or Showtime Lakers. This is the team that I'm playing against every night. There is no taking a night off because the team sucks. You either step on necks or you get off the fucking court.
Right. And I think that's for me. That's why I brought up the Mamba mentality thing. So we didn't take them serious enough. Danny Green won a championship with the Raptors.
Cheers.
The following season, he wins a championship with the Lakers. This season, he comes to us.
Yes.
How do you, as a 2-time consecutive NBA champion, go into the locker room and go, "Well, guys, we didn't take this seriously"? You were brought in because you had playoff experience, because you had killer experience, because you had the know-how of what the playoffs look like, that long, grueling process. And like Adam said, what it turned into was losing 3 games at home.
Yeah.
3 of those losses were at home. And I know Danny Green was hurt. I get that. I'm not putting this on Danny Green's injury. But for Danny Green, a seasoned professional, to come in and say we didn't take them serious enough, you've lost all credibility with me.
Yeah. That's what else is there? All right, for Danny Green, what else is there to say? Nothing. You covered it. I covered it. But let's talk about, like you said, the Mamba mentality in professional sports. Mm-hmm. It's a bigger issue that we have to dive deeper on. So this is the thing that pisses me off. And me and my buddy Mark, shout out St. Mark, my boy, we were talking. He sent me a picture of when we played childhood baseball together.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is dope. I'm like, this is I was giving the people's eyebrow. I looked all a little wonky. I was all a little fat kid. It was fantastic. And I'm like, I might have had 3 hits that whole season, but I caught. So I made the team because I was a catcher, all that jazz. And he was really good. Hit 12 years old, roles reversed. He was there for the social aspect. I was hitting over 750. Things changed when your bodies change. The Mamba mentality isn't something it's something you're born with. It's something that you develop. But the problem with professional sports and where these kids are going is if they're not playing, instead of putting the work in, they just take their ball and go home. And then they find another team.
Right.
They take their ball and go home from that team. They find another one. And that's the problem you're going to see in youth sports. You as an umpire, I don't know if you do a lot of little league or a lot of the travel ball, but in New Jersey, we're having a hard time, especially in our townships, having township ball for every kid to go to because parents are, I don't want you playing with that kid. I don't like that guy's parents. So they just form these travel teams that just take $300 from kids, have 16 kids, 9 play, and then parents are getting upset. Well, you could have had a town league where you decided all kids play. Because let's be real, everybody develops at a certain age. Some kids are really good when they're younger. Little Jake in the mound is really good, but little Jake never gets taller than 4'11". Little Jake sucks in high school. But hey, Rich develops.
Little Jake decides that he doesn't want to put in the work.
Yeah.
So that as he's becoming a pitcher, he doesn't learn how to throw a changeup or a curveball. So he's just throwing pitches over the center of the plate, and then he's going home and playing Fortnite.
When you
That's
have
great.
people, when you have parents and people in your ear telling you you're the best, you are never going to develop the Mamba mentality. You are never going to develop the mentality of a winner. And this is my problem with Ben Simmons. Regardless, if I can understand if he has like a mental issue going on, if there's something wrong with him, all right, I get that. But I'm talking just pure Mamba mentality. If you surround, I believe his sister was the one who tweeted out, if you surround yourself with mediocrity, expect to be mediocre. And that's what Ben did.
Right.
Don't surround yourself with a bunch of yes men and a bunch of people who are just going to agree with you and tell you you're the best when in fact you are not. And I think that's the problem that you have growing up. You have all these kids who are just told, hey, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best. They don't develop into killers. And what happens when they're relied on, or what happens when the ball's in their hands and they miss a shot, they break down. And then what happens the following season? They refuse to shoot. And then what happens after that? Then they stop playing the sport altogether. It's about putting yourself in the situation to be successful, but also surrounding yourself with people who are going to push you and not cater to, let's say who you are. And that's
right.
where I find the problem is too many parents, too many people, too many coaches will take your money and say you're great without pushing you. Hence,
and
we never developed that killer mentality.
That's what kills me, because now we're 5 years into this, and without a doubt, you cannot argue that Ben Simmons, as an NBA basketball player, has drastically regressed.
Yeah,
drastically.
Of course.
Maybe his defensive game is okay, and it is. He's an elite defender, but he is not a player that you can trust with the ball.
He's not a killer.
No,
he is not a killer.
He's not a killer, but he doesn't even want to try. So I went back even further, right? I went back even further and found Ben Simmons Summer League highlights. So while we continue to talk, I'm just going to have this playing in the background because I think that this needs to be discussed. I'm not even going to have sound. We don't need sound. But while we talk, I'm going to put this up in here, right? Because you're going to see a Ben Simmons that had a killer mentality compared to what we got in the playoffs. This was in 2016 Summer League highlights. And if you look at the rest of the video, what's it called? The next LeBron James. I did a whole thing on my show. Stop anointing guys as the next, whatever. Because he's not.
So
he's not.
No, of course. But first thing I'm going to say is who are half these people on the court with him? And who are the half the people?
So it's interesting. Like you saw, I paid attention. It was like D'Angelo Russell was on the court.
Okay.
He did play against some of those people. Yeah, like some quality people. But like just watching, like right here, right away, look, he's facilitating. Whoa. I'm sorry. Did everybody see that? Let me back it up just so that everyone knows it did exist in the real universe. This is called a jump shot, and it left Ben Simmons' hand.
Yes.
Where did that go?
Well, and the sad thing is it's also a better looking jump shot than what he's had the past 2 seasons. So something changed to where they decided to change his jump shot, and his jump shot just looks broken right now. Like his jump shot, everything comes off the side.
That.
But everything comes off the side from his jump shot. You're never going to be successful when the ball's spinning sideways and you're shooting off the side. You need to keep your elbow in. And like that's what I don't get. It's like how could you break this guy's jump shot?
Because
I'm looking at it.
Like he's going against Rudy Gobert there.
Yeah.
Or he went against Rudy Gobert.
No, that was Lyles.
Lyles, I know. He looked like him for a second. But like
he's not really
went
going
to a
against
place.
anybody either.
Right. But he's at least look, a drive, he's attacking, and then he's passing. Well, if he's doing these things.
Good.
No. If he's doing these things, no one's going to say anything. But he's not even trying to be at this level anymore.
But it's not. But here's the thing: it's not because they post the same videos of him in the gym against D leaguers doing the same shit. Like it's not against elite guys. I can't tell you one of these guys who I actually even know. Like these are elite NBA players. Like these are guys.
There's like, Larry Nance Jr. He's right there.
Great guy, great humanitarian, but it's terrible. But that's like my whole thing. It's like who is he playing against?
That was D'Angelo Russell.
I don't think that was D'Angelo Russell. I think it was somebody else.
No, number 1 on the Lakers.
I think it was number 2. It was like Arroyo or something. My whole thing is it's Ben picks
a jump shot.
Yeah, it's a beautiful jump shot too.
A jump shot coming up. Nope.
I want to know. That's a nice shot, and it was right-handed. I want to know what the hell happened to his jump shot. Who decided to change it because it looks terrible now?
Right.
And
but
I mean,
I
don't fall for any of these videos and any of like the camp videos that they put out because it's him running the floor, hitting wide open threes on D leaguers. So if he doesn't want to do it against, I don't know, the guy who they tried to name him after in his video, named like LeBron or James Harden or KD,
jump shot.
It boggles my mind. Like it really does.
I can't even watch this anymore because here's the thing. I had people trying, and I think even I did to an extent too, comparing him to Giannis and the game that Antetokounmpo has, right?
Yeah.
Antetokounmpo put up 41 last night?
And he can't shoot a jump shot.
And he can't shoot a jump shot. He drives. He'll try a three-pointer. And he'll go to the free throw line. He'll airball one and sink the next one because he's got a short-term memory. He's got a goldfish memory. But the problem is that Ben Simmons got broken somewhere along the way. And as Adam said, he's mentally messed up.
Yeah.
He's mentally messed up.
Something.
Right? So now it's let's cut him some slack. Let's cut him some slack. I'm done. I'm done cutting him some slack. And I think the national media is too. And this is the SB thing that you were talking about.
Oh, it was so terrible. The joke's not even funny. It's not even a funny joke.
I mean, I giggled.
I was just like, I think maybe it was Anthony Mackie's delivery, but I'm just kind of like,
I giggled. Hold on, I have to share it with the audio. That usually helps.
Yeah, usually, typically.
Right? So again, 30 seconds, and this was funny. This was at the ESPYs.
Ben Simmons took home a special ESPY for his humanitarian work. Yes. Not everyone knows this, but Ben Simmons has been building orphanages like this one completely out of his playoff bricks. What do you like to say, little ladies?
But we're supposed to sit here and go.
If the joke was better, I would laugh. It was just.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Well, you can say whatever you want.
Hard on him.
You can say whatever you want. I'm just saying it was disrespectful out of ESPN.
It was disrespectful.
All fucking people.
It was disrespectful.
And I know it was meant to be disrespectful, which I completely understand. I just, looking at it as a Sixers fan, don't fucking come at my team if you're not fucking from here. That's how I look at it. Because everybody wants to cast glass stones. Giannis airballed 2 fucking foul shots the other night.
Yes, he did.
Like, Ben doesn't airball free throws. He just can't sink them.
He bricks them.
He bricks them. And he builds orphanages, according to
But
ESPN
again,
writing.
My thing is this. If you don't like it, right? If you have an issue,
fix it.
Then you fix it, right? Could you imagine, and this goes back to the Mamba mentality and the Jordan mentality and the Charles Oakley and the Charles Barkley mentality. Could you imagine taking that kind of a game into a playoff series and expecting to have everyone be like, oh, it's okay, Michael Jordan?
No. But we are holding him at a higher level. Being he is a max player,
it's been 5 years. It's been 5 years. You have got to improve.
And that's the problem. He's not improving. So we're trying to figure out as fans, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, okay, he doesn't want to play in the Olympics because he wants to go hang out with his girlfriend. Maybe he needs that. Okay, take your vacation, bud. But guess what? Come next week, I better see you in the gym. You better report back to the gym. You better be doing something. You better be working out with people. Maxie better be working out with you. You need to be figuring some shit out how to make your game better. Or going to actually see like a professional shooting coach and getting away from your brother.
The question comes in. The missus, she's really watching it because you're on, Rich. Let's call it like it is.
Appreciate it.
The question comes in, if he's making shots, if he was making shots and isn't now, where's the breakdown? And this is what you were just saying. We've seen him do it in practice because, we're talking about practice. But does he get stage fright? Is it the coaching? Is it the personal training? What's the catalyst? Is it too many years of being under Brett Brown going, it's okay, Ben Simmons? Is it too many years of him getting participation trophies?
But
where is the killer punch?
But I think that's what it is. But it's too many years of being coddled by Brett Brown, and now he is under Doc Rivers, who's a different beast. He's a guy who's going to hold you accountable. So now it's okay. Now I have to deal with the accountability and shit that I never had to. Ben's never had to be accountable for anything in his whole career.
Will he? Because we saw a whole season where he wasn't told, if you don't take 10 jump shots a game, you're not starting the next one.
What,
take 10 jump shots.
Well, yeah.
No, this season. This season. If you don't take 10 jump shots this game, if you don't take 5 jump shots per half, you're not starting tomorrow.
I just want him to develop like a 15-footer. that's all I want him to develop.
It's not even the 3-point shot anymore. I keep saying he went from will he, won't he shoot a 3-pointer to will he, won't he shoot the ball.
Shoot the ball. Yeah. Ohtani is struggling right now. I'm just letting you know.
I am on delay. I'm really curious to see him win because he's batting leadoff tomorrow.
And he
is the starting pitcher tomorrow. And he could be the home run derby champion if he actually starts hitting home runs.
Yeah, he needs to start hitting them because he's literally rolling over. It's pretty terrible. But I don't think it's stage fright. I think it's here's my thing with people. Okay, we're all raised differently. There's all different aspects of everything. You have a different mentality than I do. When I played sports, I wasn't in baseball. I was good. Basketball, I wasn't that great, so I was a bruiser. I was the guy who clogged the middle, and you might catch an elbow. I literally hold the record for most technical fouls and games thrown out of in high school town ball because I hurt people. That's what I did. I was a dickhead. So I became a ref. I changed all that shit. I was like, I'm looking out for these guys because they're assholes. Don't be me. But I have a different mindset than Ben has a different mindset. I was held accountable since I was fucking 2 years old. If I fucking piss crippled, I got fucking yelled at. But that's my life that I grew up in. It made you strong. It made you realize, hey, if you fuck up in life or if you fuck up doing this, you're going to be the one responsible. I did a lot of shit that I had to be held accountable for on the baseball field, on the basketball court, wherever I played. When somebody is in your ear saying, it's okay, you're the best, you're great, you're in the NBA, you're a max player, everything's good, you're going to
There's no desire to try. There's no desire to try to improve. Because
he literally, I'm not even making excuses. His fucking psyche is broken.
I know.
It's a broken fucking psyche. When somebody tells you, and especially the coach is trying to hold you accountable and say you're not that good, I don't know who's going to be our point guard going forward. He's probably sitting back like, fuck, am I that good? Am I that good? Like, now I'm questioning myself. Like, what the fuck's going on? I was told, my brother and my dad told me I was great. Everybody loves me where I'm from. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, he's probably fucking in his head so fucking far that he can't get out. Because that's what happens when you have people who are pampered and catered to their whole life, who can't take criticism and who can't get out of their own fucking way.
So let me ask you this. Is there a way that Ben Simmons can come back here? Or, and I'm going to take my momentary hiatus of saying his name and not saying his name off, or are we going to go the way of Carson Wentz? Because this is the same Mamba mentality thing. He could not handle being here and being challenged, so he ran away. He demanded that he ran away. Is Ben Simmons going down this road? Is there a way that he can resolve this and come back?
There is a way. He just needs to work on his game. He needs to get with the coaching staff, and Doc needs to go out there.
We've seen the videos. We've seen the videos.
That's with his own fucking people. Doc even said it. Doc said it this past season. I had zero chance to work with Ben in the offseason. I need to get working with him this offseason, and we'll get things right. If there's any coach who's going to be able to do it, it's going to be Doc. But he also has to be physically present or in the building to make sure what he's doing is correct. You can't surround yourself with a bunch of yes men and expect different results. You switch it up. You bring in different trainers, a different shooting coach. You fix this kid. You invest a lot in him. This kid can be fixed. It's up to the right coaching staff and putting the right people in place to help him succeed. Get rid of the fucking yes men. Get rid of the family. Bring people in who are going to grab him by the fucking neck and say, you're fucking Ben Simmons. Shoot the fucking basketball. It's not that hard, but he also has to get out of his own way. Same thing as Fultz. Same thing as Markelle Fultz. He got the phantom shoulder thing, whatever. But a side note, the whole Carson thing. A buddy of mine was at a car show, and there was 2 Eagles wide receivers there. who are currently on the team, not going to say names, and out of they were talking, having a good time, looking at cars. He goes, Hurts or Wentz guy. They both said Wentz, 1,000%. No bullshit. They also said he never gave up on the team. That wasn't him. He didn't give up on the fucking team. He was forced out. They would take Carson Wentz. No kidding. They would take Carson Wentz over Jalen Hurts all day. That's all they were saying. It had nothing to do. He didn't fucking quit. Every article that was put out there saying he quit, no. There was it had nothing to do with the competition. He would have competed if he knew he had a fucking chance. But they were already fucking sold, dude. It's Jeffy and fucking whatchamacallit.
They were sold the second that they drafted Jalen Hurts. The writing became on the wall right there.
I'm not making excuses for the guy because I am really not going to say, hey, I'm a Carson fan. Like, dude, you're done with the Eagles. I don't give a fuck what happens to you. Let's go Jalen Hurts. But when two former Eagles wide receivers who are pretty predominant say we're Wentz guys, that's kind of saying something. What's this guy saying?
Right. So Andrew Silverman is I've known Andrew for many a routine of the camp stuff and the band stuff. So I know Andrew. He coaches tennis. As a coach of high school and college athletes over the last 10 years, athletes today don't take tough love and criticism very well. Yeah. And we're going to talk about that in a second. If things don't go perfectly, they just want to transfer and think you dislike them. They don't take the challenge. Not all athletes, but a lot these days. And it's real simple. And it goes all the way back to the participation trophy generation. It's
our generation.
Violently against
participation. You know that's our generation, right? You know we're millennials. That's us.
Don't look at me. Do not look at me.
That's us. That's us. We're technically lumped in with them, Chippy.
Oh, I know. Did he tie? Hold on.
Did he?
Hold on. I think he tied it up. I think he hit the 22 right at the buzzer.
Are you serious? No way.
Yes, he did.
Oh, snap. It's going to be
Shohei Ohtani putting on a show.
Oh, I love Ohtani. But no, I love what you're saying. I love what you're saying. Go ahead.
The participation trophy generation believes that all I need to do is show up, and I'm going to get a trophy for showing up. I'm going to get that A. I'm going to get that A because I attended class. At some point, it didn't become about putting in the effort to be excellent, right? So yes, when you're 5 and 6 and 7, like participation trophies are cute, but at some point, it's got to be like, no, dude. You need to work on X, Y, and Z in order to get that trophy. Like, as dumb as it sounds, I am this summer a camp counselor so that my kids can go, right? Cool. So I'm kind of trading off my summer.
Okay.
I work with 9 and 10-year-old boys.
Okay.
One of the things that we had today was go-karts, right? Awesome. It's super cool. So go-karts, literally they just, there's two go-karts, and they just zip around for like 5 laps. This is week 4 of camp. What did I do? Because I am a very competitive person. I made a March Madness bracket.
And just made them race.
And they raced 3 laps again. I flipped a coin who got the faster car. They had 3 laps, and we broke it all the way down till we had a champion.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because there's got to be competition. There's got to be competition. My whole classroom is competition-based. You cannot get the best out of somebody if it's constantly monotonous. Ben Simmons plays a great regular season. He puts up good regular season numbers. He gets himself in the conversation for defensive player of the year. He's an all-star this. He's cool that. And then he disappears like Groundhog Day in the playoffs. And he's done it multiple seasons now.
Of course.
So fool me once, shame on him. Fool me twice, shame on me. He can't come back here.
Fool me because it's fool again.
Right? I fucking tan. Right? Tan. He can't come back here because even if he puts in all this work and he comes back and he has a great regular season, what's going to be the narrative the whole time? We'll blow it in the playoffs. We will. We'll blow it in the playoffs.
Well, but that's
Name that movie. Name that movie. Name that movie.
We'll blow it in the playoffs. We always do. Whatchamacallit? Major Leagues? I was like, the whatchamacallit? Randy Quaid in the outfield. But my whole thing is I'm down for healthy competition. I like the fact that you had the kids out there doing good. It makes things fun. I'm a very competitive person too. I don't do a lot of things if I can't be competitive. Like my friends invite me to go watch them play horseshoes if they have too many guys. I'm not fucking going. I want to play, especially if I know I'm better than somebody. It's just who I am. I don't waste my time. Life is short. I want to be competitive. I want to do things fun. Like, let's do it. Everything has to be kind of the game, or you make something like that. But I look at it this way. People will tell you practice makes perfect, which is the biggest lie ever. But it's perfect practice makes perfect. Because if you practice the wrong thing over and over again, you're fucked. I had a baseball coach who told us that. Yep. He's like, if anybody ever tells you practice makes perfect, they're idiots. Because that means you can practice the same wrong thing over and over again. And now it's beat into your head. And now someone has to retrain you, make you forget that, and then bring it back. That is the problem with Ben Simmons. Who is going to untrain his mind of everything that he fucking knew and put something new in there? It's a cog in the wheel. I'm sorry, but I don't like have two options: prove them right or prove them wrong. Exactly. He has to choose to prove him right.
He's got to choose to fight. He's got to choose to fight.
And now everything is in his corner. Do you want to or do you not? But my whole thing is not just going off on a tangent, but Andrew, you're a coach and you coach tennis, and I agree with everything you said. My beef is I am not happy with how my old town runs their baseball team. Like, I'm not going to say it, but they have 3 guys who are head coaches who've never played baseball in their life. That upsets me. If I am and 2 of them are good guys. The other one, whatever. They're not going to watch it, so don't give a fuck. But the thing that pisses me off, you got 3 guys who really don't know the game trying to teach kids. Are they going to be successful? No. This is why I want to, if Ali wants to play baseball, either I will teach him, I'll have a friend who I play baseball with teach him, or I'll take him to a township where I know like the coach has a track record of being able to play the sport.
Yep.
There's a lot of people out there who want to yell and scream at the kids and give them criticism. Andrew, like you said, kids can't take tough love and criticism who've never played the fucking game. If you played lacrosse your whole life and all of a sudden you're a head baseball coach, there is something wrong. Maybe you understand the game, but have you played it? No. So how can you critique me? I can't teach a fucking soccer team. I can't teach you how to play hockey.
Ted Lasso.
There you go. But it's like
Ted Lasso is about a football coach who now is going over to England and coaching soccer. It's hysterical.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. He's being intrinsically motivated in practice. Yeah, exactly. He needs to hold himself accountable. Can he do that?
But he needs get in that someone to push him, right? Okay. Why you look at some of these great guys? Why were they so great? Because they had guys pushing them.
Yeah,
I think Otani's about to win it on 3-2. Otani.
Griffey's there. Oh, Johnny, Griffey's there. Did you see him?
Jesus.
Did you see him, Johnny?
I can't believe this.
Did you see him, Johnny? He was
Johnny.
Johnny.
I don't know. It's the whole Mamba mentality in sports. I keep talking about this example. Are they going to go into double overtime?
I don't know.
They're going into double overtime.
Oh, that's going to be sick.
I love it. Right. But I keep using this example. Cliff Kingsbury of the Arizona Cardinals started giving players cell phone breaks. Let me say that again. Cliff Kingsbury of the professional Arizona Cardinals said, I'm going to give players cell phone breaks because I know their minds are going to be there. So if I give them the breaks, at least they'll be able to focus in for the 10, 15 minutes.
I think that's kind of ridiculous.
I do too. I think you're getting paid millions of dollars.
We couldn't even have our phones on us in the dugout in high school. Like they had to remain in the locker.
I yelled at a kid the other day, right? So I'm doing a 12U tournament, right? And I see a square in the back of a kid's pocket. I went, 19, come here. He's like, yeah. I went, what's that in your back pocket? And he goes, my cell phone. I said, did you bat with it? Yeah. I'm like, don't ever do that again.
Yeah. Why?
And the coach goes, he's got diabetes. I'm like, you do that every time. It's going to save your life. He's got the Bluetooth tracker on his diabetes.
Well, I'm going to leave now. You guys win. I'm out.
You're safe. Not at first base, but you're safe in life. Cool. Dude, right? Doug Peterson is. I can't coddle professional athletes anymore. Right? Chris Paul did everything he could to be on an NBA Finals team, and he's there. And barring something ridiculous, they're going to win the damn thing.
So let's talk about Mamba mentality. Let's talk about a guy.
Let's talk Mamba.
Let's talk about a guy who builds a team up, right? Has a group of guys, builds them up. They bring in another superstar. He quits on them because he's a fucking loser. He quits on them, and it's visually seen on TV. It's visually seen, and this guy has such a bad attitude and wants out so bad. He wears like 5 shirts to make himself look bigger, so he can get fucking traded to the fucking Brooklyn Nets in James Harden. You want to talk about a guy with a bad attitude?
I didn't want him. I
Paul.
did not want him.
Chris Paul's a killer.
I didn't want him.
Chris Paul has the Mamba mentality. James Harden has the I'll take my ball and go elsewhere. Chris Paul
will go down as one of the greatest point guards to ever play the game.
I think so. They just won it. Or
I don't know.
Ohtani has to hit every
Ohtani's waiting. Ohtani's waiting. Wow.
This is going to be great. Chip, we took a lot of time on this. We took a lot of time on
this. We did because it matters. The Mamba mentality and the participation trophy generation are two things that are falling apart. But since we're both highly distracted, let's talk All-Star festivities in the second half of the season. We're gonna transition into this. Let's talk about being the best of the best.
Watch Home Run Derby and talk at the same time.
Let's talk about the best and best. Again, I hate the new, and I don't know how long they've been doing it for. I absolutely hate the Home Run Derby, the way they do it now.
I hate it. I like the speed thing because it doesn't give you time to. You have to get in a rhythm. It doesn't give you that whole. I'm gonna take a pitch. I'm going to take a pitch. I'm going to step out. I'm going to wipe my brow. I'm going to get back in. I got 10 outs.
Take a pitch. No, because you still get timeouts. You're allowed to call a timeout now.
You get one timeout. But, I mean, Jesus Christ, the old days, Bobby Abreu hit like 32 home runs that one round. And that round was about an hour and 6 minutes. Like an hour.
Cool. I'm here for it.
But he was just.
But you only got 10 outs. Yeah,
but he took 5 pitches and then was. I mean, I loved it.
Cool.
Thank you, Bobby. But I like this. It's go,
he
go,
knew
go.
What he wanted.
He knew what he wanted. It's over. Ohtani lost.
All right, well, I'm on delay, so Ohtani's about to bat. Thank you.
Fuck. Sorry, Chip.
God.
All right, guys. Drunk on Broad. We're on Tuesdays. Like
really remember when All-Star games and all the sports were cool? Yeah, so here's the thing. And I have now started, like, I will watch all the skills competitions Matt, I always spoil things for you. I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, now I know how it feels. Fucking cable.
Cable.
Right? Remember, so I always watch the Home Run Derby. I always watch the slam dunk contest and the 3-point contest. I always would watch the quarterback skills challenge way back in the day when you had Tom Brady running a gauntlet and falling because he was slow as molasses.
Yes.
Right? And the accuracy and the moving targets. I always watch that stuff. I don't watch the All-Star games. They're not exciting. It's a half-assed effort by people who are paid way too much.
Yeah. But that's the problem. And there's nothing.
And you can see it. And you can see it when you look at like the U.S. Olympic team, and they just lost to Nigeria.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got a bunch of guys who are just like, okay, we're here to be here. It's like, this is going to be fun. Like the MLB, like the All-Star games. Like, okay, it's no defense. Like MLB is
now it means something. Now it means something because now you get home field advantage in the World Series.
No, you don't. That's still gone. That's not back. That's been gone since like 2014. You don't get home field advantage. Yeah, that's been gone. That's why it doesn't matter.
That shows you how much I've stopped watching.
Yeah, but that's I don't watch the All-Star game. You know what I really enjoy? I like the celebrity softball game. I like the skills.
I love that.
This is what we were talking about. For baseball, there should be like a golden arm thing, like of who can throw the ball like the furthest to home plate from the outfield, all the outfielders. There should be an
accuracy thing. Yep.
A fastest around the horn, and then a fastest around everywhere, like from catcher to third to left field to center to right, whatever. But everybody has to touch the ball first.
The NHL does a slap shot challenge. You can't have a pitcher rearing up and trying to hit 105.
Yeah. Or just targets. Like pitchers had to like knock out the targets. And then they had to do like, all right, after like the targets are knocked out, then you have to do an around the horn. Yeah. The NHL skill comp is pretty awesome. But they could do it for baseball too. Like that would make it fun. Like cut the game out. Like the game is celebrity All-Star. Yeah.
It's half-assed. Nobody even watches the Pro Bowl. Right?
No.
There's so much the NFL could do.
Again,
it ties into the guys. So
fastest time around the base. running around.
We've been quoting movies this entire show so far, so here's one more, right? Attitude reflects leadership, Captain, right? Name that movie.
No.
Just remember the Titans, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's I don't remember that. I remember.
So anyway, talking about remember the time. So if you have
strong side,
thank you, Andrew, thank you, Mr. Slow to type it in.
Disney sports movies, real cool, Andrew. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I'm a huge Mighty Ducks guy. I'm just kidding.
Remember, hey, I'm an umpire. You got one more, and I'm going to eject you. It's loaded. It's
kicking dirt on you. I kicked dirt on you.
I almost had my first career ejection this weekend. Almost.
A 9-year-old.
Nah, an 11-year-old coach.
Oh, he was a coach? Coaches suck. Parents and coaches ruin a lot of shit.
He didn't like my call.
And it's subjective. Who cares? Get him next time.
Wait, so you, out of all people, will appreciate this. I'm going to tell an umpire story on the air.
Yeah.
So, the league that I coach in hosted a tournament this weekend. So, it was literally teams of coaches and players and parents that I knew. And because I'm probably one of the stronger umpires, I did a lot of their games.
Okay.
So, the guy that I coached my kids T-ball with way back in the day, his son now plays on one of the teams. Now, okay. I'm not one of these fat slobbing umpires who, when I'm working a game solo, is behind the plate and I'll call a kid out at second base like from 100 feet away, like, he's out, right?
Yeah.
I run up the baseline with him and I get real close, like 5-10 feet away if I can.
Hip check the kid if he pisses me off.
I have to avoid running over a catcher. So, there's a play. This guy's kid is up. He bunts the ball. He starts running down first base. I get maybe 5 feet away. I line myself up. I make the call. He's out by a half step. And from left field, 220 feet away, I hear, "Come on, Chip. He's safe."
Okay.
I'm usually really composed. But I had had enough. And I screamed back, "My view is better than yours." So that was the second out. Then I turned into a straight up
yeah, I'm a dick now.
Asshole. Oh yeah, I crossed the line on the next one. So it's a basic ground ball.
Kid was safe.
Basic ground ball.
He's so feisty. I love it.
So feisty. Because I got my muscle shirt on. Again, Body by Tila right here. Like they're coming in.
Baywatch shirt. I'd be feisty too.
Right?
Muscles.
So it's a basic third out. Right? He's out by 20 feet. And I get myself in position.
Oh, you gave him a big
and out. I point to left field waiting for his call. And it doesn't come in and I go, "Oh, okay. Out."
That's a troll job. That's funny.
After the game, we hug and made up. He's like, "Oh, I talked to the first base coach. He was out." I'm like, "Yeah, regardless, I called him out anyway."
No shit.
I said, and again, funny? I was 20 feet. You were 200. Stop it, sir. Stop it.
Stop.
And yes, I do have a new called third strike out. So I work with a lot of guys, and I like to pick stuff up with them. So like when it's a two-man game and they're working like the bases, I'll learn stuff from them. My new called third strike call is my new favorite thing. I'm down there. I just go, "Ha!" I don't know why. I take my right arm and I go, "Ha!"
I like it.
That's my third strike call.
I would laugh.
I don't do like the Liam Neeson, like the spin move and all that stuff. Right.
It's Leslie Nielsen. Not
whatever.
Liam.
It's a Neeson.
Liam Neeson. That's a Nielsen.
I have a particular set of skills.
I know where you are. I have a particular set of skills.
I will call you, and I will call you out.
I will call you out, and if not, I will find you and call you out. It's like, damn, bro, the game's over. I'm like, chill. Scary, but I dig it. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
But yes, all right. Second half of the season, the Phillies are at 500. I have read and I have read and I have read and I have seen and I have looked. The Philadelphia Phillies had the toughest first half schedule, and they finished with a 500 record.
Sure.
They have the easiest second half schedule. Phil, are you? Oh God, I read the word Phil over here. Sorry, Rich. Are you buying back into the Phillies?
How do I leave?
Yeah, just like that. Yep.
Can't leave. Click that button right there, right?
There's a different way to leave when that comes to play.
Oh yeah, I can just hit leaves too. I forgot. Anyway,
are you putting your faith back into the Phillies?
20. How many blown saves? Like 20, 21? 21 blown saves. We should be 21 games.
More than 10.
More than 10. That'd be 10. 10 times 2 is 20. Yeah, it's more than that. I mean, we're the only team that blew like seven saves in 6 games. Like, that's kind of crazy. We had more blown saves than games. No, there is no faith. I don't give a fuck how light we could be playing like Johnny Hopkins, like and Sloan Ketterland, like after they're done blazing that shit up. We can play those guys, but I guarantee we're not gonna we need to hang like our hats on the hook and just be done with it. They need to be sellers and just call it a day. You see what they're doing.
How can you be sellers at a 500 record?
Because
with the easiest second half there.
The easiest.
I agree with you. Yeah,
I'm just saying the easiest second half, but you have literally 2 quality starters and maybe 2 quality position players, and your best fucking closer now is Ranger Suarez. Hilarious.
He should be the 5th starter.
He should be the most reliable reliever we have. I don't know, man. You can give me the easiest schedule, but they're still going to finish 500. Like, they're going to find ways to lose games. Girardi's not a good manager. He doesn't have the talent to be able to manage.
Okay, but what about this? The Braves might not go anywhere because Acuna Jr.'s hurt.
If the Mets lineup actually gets hot and their pitching staff does what they're supposed to, you fear the Mets.
I don't know. It's really tough to totally give up on this team. And I think that's where we as Philadelphia fans kind of like.
But we're using the eye test, Chip. We see the product they put out there.
Oh, I know.
And see how terrible it is. So it's riding with rain.
Let's start with the most basic thing. Because defense wins championships. We are a terrible defensive team.
Yeah, stink pots. 1,000%.
We are an absolutely horrific defensive team. Bohm is not a good third baseman.
No.
He is not a good third baseman at all. Put him at first base because Rhys Hoskins is not a good first baseman.
And then where do you put Rhys?
Hoskins, you can't put Rhys anywhere else unless they make the DH for both leagues, which they won't.
It's not going to happen.
So Bohm is stuck at third base. Rhys Hoskins is stuck at first base.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where you start having the conversation. Do you trade Rhys because he does have trade value?
Which is absolutely fucking insane because what we've seen from him, he has been ass, but he's been metrically and analytically good. I got in a lot of fights with some Bryce Harper fanboys this past week over stupid fucking stats. I don't argue stats. I argue what I see. And the one guy was like, oh, you're proving my point for me. When I said, oh my God, Rhys is top 10 in all these stats. Oh my God, he's probably so good. Rhys Hoskins went over 36 at a point. Shut the fuck up. This dude is not good. He just runs into one. He just fucking runs into one.
How do you go? How do you go
over 36 as a professional athlete?
True. But how do you go from this team's going to win the NL East to we are selling everything?
How do I do it? Like me?
I mean, I know we're just supposed to do it.
Yeah,
but you can't. You're already struggling to sell tickets.
Well, fuck the owner. He hasn't done shit for any of us.
I know. I know.
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying.
I'm playing the devil's advocate card.
Yeah. So how I look at it is how I can give up. I look at we signed Didi to 2 years, $15 million. Looked good at the time, but he can't play shortstop now, so that's terrible. Rhys Hoskins can't play first base. Alec Bohm can't play third. Alec Bohm also can't hit a home run to save his life, which is scary for a guy who's like 6'6" and has zero pop like that, which is really weird. You don't have a center fielder because Herrera is a piece of shit, and you just don't have a center fielder. Andrew McCutchen is like on his way out, still flashing in the pan, but it's still on his way out. Bryce Harper is breaking down physically with injuries, and there's no DH. So how long can he keep running around in right field? And JT Realmuto has a bad hand, but they keep putting him out there. But all of our top prospects are catching prospects. So what do we do?
Or if you look at what they did with the draft over the past couple of years, it's right-handed pitching prospects.
Andrew been
Right,
saying
so
all
last
year.
night,
Saying it all year.
right?
Sorry,
So
I'm
like
saying.
last night they selected at 13 Andrew Painter.
He's a
right?
high school pitcher. Why? Why are you selecting
He's
a kid?
a high school pitcher because he's 6'7". He's got 4 pitches.
6'8", throws a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. He'll be a mid-rotation guy. Pedro says he'll be Mark Pryor. I love Mark Pryor.
He's got a slider, changeup, and a curveball. Yep, which is
Cool.
great. Did you hear about their second pick?
No, I stopped caring.
In
the words of Aldous Snow, I kept living my life.
In only true Philadelphia Phillies fashion, in the second round of the Major League Baseball draft, the Phillies selected a long reliever, Alec St. Jean.
That's what's up.
He's 34 years old.
You're not kidding.
Thoughts? I'm not joking.
You're not kidding.
He's
How
a
do you spell that?
34-year-old reliever
34-year-old?
from the Yukon.
What do you mean, the Yukon?
I'm 34.
Alaska? Like Alaska? The Yukon? Like he's. Wait, you're fucking with me.
I'm not. We like his makeup, and we think we can get guys out. 29 other teams missed the boat on this guy.
He's 34?
He's 34.
How do you even? I could have put my name in the draft.
Yes, you could have.
At 32, I could have been pitching for the Phillies because they like my makeup. Oh man, I have no words, dude. Like, I have no words.
In true Philadelphia Phillies fashion,
I still don't believe you, but I'm not typing anything. I don't want to look it up. That's insane. Oh, I'm oh man, I'm fucking going nuts.
I just tried looking him up. He doesn't exist.
I have nothing for you.
You have nothing for me?
We picked a 34-year-old dude, a lumberjack from the Yukon. That is it's hilarious. We picked the guy who helped Rudolph with the Island of Misfit Toys. Like that's fantastic.
I can't even find him. Hold on.
Where is he?
Googled his name.
Where is he going to start? Single A? Like, we're going to call him up. He's 42. Like, this is going to be great. Like, he needs to be on the team tomorrow. Like, he's 34. Oh my God. I'm so upset right now.
Hold on. Maybe oh, you know what? I did get you. I did get you.
That was a fake article, wasn't it? You read me a fake
It was a fake article. I didn't do my research appropriately. I just saw that he was 34. All right, but I got you.
I was so upset.
I literally Googled the guy's name. He didn't exist. I'm like, wait, let me go to the Phillies website. Let me see this here.
Oh, Chip, you got me, kid.
In the second round, they got an outfielder from Alabama.
Oh, fantastic. You son of a bitch.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I'm like, from the Yukon? I'm like, that doesn't sound right. You got me. You caught the tater. Make sure when you put this.
I even learned how to say his name.
Ooh. Oh, Chippy. You crazy son of a bitch. Tila, come get your man. Tila, come get your man.
Yo, somebody come get your man. And the comments, like the reaction says it all. The Danny Watkins of baseball, James. I got all y'all motherfuckers. Cheers.
Yeah, gotcha. It was planned. It was a planned segment, guys. Joke's on you. Here's the camera.
Totally.
Kidding.
So yeah, the Phillies moving forward.
Yeah, great. So next topic. What do we got?
All right, I'm going to skip the NFL because we do a Wednesday night show. Let's just do this. Bad sports takes. We know that some of these big name people on ESPN,
trash,
and WIP and 97, like I can't even listen to it. So some of these, I cannot listen to it. It's why I do a local sports podcast, because if people listen, cool, it's relevant, it's local, and it's relatable. When Stephen A. Smith says that Shohei Ohtani is bad for baseball because he doesn't speak English, that's a bad take.
That's stupid.
That's a bad
one of
take.
the best hitters of all time and couldn't speak English. And we loved Ichiro. We embraced him. We loved him. Shout out to Johnny because he's a Mariners fan. We got it, Johnny. Climbing dimensions.
Ichiro is a generational talent.
Yeah.
And the only reason why he didn't shatter more records was because he started and played a lot of his career in a different country.
Yes. Played a lot of ball in Japan. Listen, it's a terrible take. But you got to understand, when it comes to these stupid fucking commercials, he's stupid. When it comes to these stupid networks like ESPN and your radios with 97.5 and WF, it's all drama based. Like none of it's real anymore. Like growing up watching SportsCenter, I watched SportsCenter all day because that's what ESPN was. It was repeats of sports highlights. Now it's let's throw out questions and let's interview Conor McGregor. Why do you need to interview that jerk off? Let's throw on 15 different talk shows and we'll just do yelling at each other and we'll yell over each other. Like all they do is cause drama. It's not even fun stuff. Like it really isn't. It's annoying to the part where I'm watching ESPN for the home run derby, but immediately following if it's not the
I'm muted. I'm muted.
Like I'll turn it off because I don't watch their programming. But that's what they do. They want to it's shock and jock. They want to get reactions out of people by saying stupid shit, and maybe they'll get suspended for it, but that's it. But also you have
and then they put out a half-assed apology, right?
Of course. And then you have a company who you talked about racism last week, who with all the Rachel Nichols shit. But then they throw like my favorite thing is you've known about this for how long? And now you want to throw, I forget the woman who was involved, and I apologize for not remembering her name. But now they want to throw millions of dollars at her to keep her happy because they fucked up a situation. Like, that's not how you handle things. That's just systematic racism. Like, it's stupid. Like, okay, we're really sorry. Here's a few $1 million. Can you forget that we mishandled the whole Rachel Nichols thing? We just want to pay you to shut you up.
Because money does all the talking. Look, that's what we talked about last week, is that money always decides things. Money always decides things. Whether it's race, whether it's economics, whether it's poverty, whatever it is, or money decides. It's the great equalizer and unequalizer.
Yeah.
So ESPN, which is owned by Disney, instead of getting rid of these people that are doing these, like Stephen A. Smith says something super inappropriate when he said that. Baseball is not in a bad place.
And one of Disney's biggest parks is in Japan. One of their biggest theme parks is in Japan. So if I were them, I would be extremely mortified. And just because Stephen A. Smith is Stephen A. Smith, he'll probably get away with it. But he's also saying
an apology, though.
Of course, half-ass. I meant was,
but it's America's pastime. Ichiro was an international sensation.
Yes,
he brought viewership over. Hideki Nomo from the Dodgers, the pitcher, right? The big windup and then the turn the back and brought over an international fan base.
Matsui, all those guys ever signed.
You cannot have sports anymore that are just, well, we're the best in America, so we're the best. Because you know what? There's other countries out there. That's how we got into some of the situations over the last 18 months.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. There's other countries with some guys who are really fucking good. So we need to stop thinking that, hey, we're the only ones good at this. Because put our soccer
team. The American participation trophy. Go out there.
Yeah, take our American soccer team over and let them play Italy right now. They'll get fucking boat raced. Let them play Germany. Let them play like Uganda, anywhere.
You know, we actually watched the soccer match.
Did you? You watched Italy
at
win
my house? We watched it. Like my whole family, my wife's family, we're all here. We were watching. None of us have ever watched soccer before, and we were all there. Like I was yelling at the TV. I was like, "That's a card of some kind. Like, is this your card? Is this your card?
Throw a book at him." Yeah,
that is the ace of spades, sir.
Stop giving the king of hearts. It's just getting weird. You keep touching.
That's a red card, right?
False. It is a red card. But bad sports.
Andrew said American football is the only sport that is still U.S. dominated.
Yeah, because it's only played over here. It's exclusive to this country. Even the Canadian Football League is different.
So this isn't a bad sports take. This is just a bad take.
Okay.
Right? So Dan Orlovsky put out his top 10 quarterback list. I don't know if you saw it or not.
He's a joke. I don't follow him.
I really like Dan Orlovsky, but this list is wrong. Point blank, this list is wrong.
Let's see what it is. Mahomes?
So top quarterback in the NFL is Mahomes.
Okay.
Okay. Rodgers at 2, Brady at 3. I can agree with all that. Watson at 4, you're starting to lose some steam here.
I mean, he's done
Allen
a lot of nobodies. Josh Allen should probably be Watson drops down to 8. Wilson moves up to 4. Allen stays at 5.
Tannehill doesn't make this list. Prescott doesn't make this list.
Who are we putting over Tannehill? We probably
Herbert. Herbert goes up to the top 5.
But
it doesn't matter. It was the accuracy of it all.
Yeah, It's okay. It's not. If Herbert sucked this year, I would like to see, like you said, Burrow, Herbert, Kyler, Baker. Random Cost need to see it more. Baker is not a top 10. Baker's no way Baker's going to be. Kyler should be up there. Kyler should definitely be up there over Tannehill.
Agreed.
But I mean, you can make I can't make a case for Ryan Tannehill. I can't. And when Prescott was on like pace to throw 5,000 yards last year because their defense was atrocious. But I love Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is the ultimate gamer. I love him.
I think he's going to do really well as a Ram.
I do too.
That offense is built for him.
It's going to be great. I'm actually excited to watch the Rams play.
But at least, so going back to what we were talking about here, like bad sport takes, at least this list is debatable.
If
you know what I mean?
Right. Wentz is top 10. No, he's not. Carr's flirting with the list too. No, he's not. Carr's not even like a top 25 quarterback. Stop.
Right. But at least this list takes the information and presents only the information. It doesn't go into, well, this guy's this and this guy's that and this. I'm tired of sports being about more than sports.
Yes.
It's exhausting. Like if you're going to talk, and again, going back to last week, if you're going to talk about in the 5 position, they have Allen, Sam chiming in over here. They have Allen. And, after last season, you could make that argument.
Josh Allen.
I think Wilson, you can bring up a little bit. So Lamar Jackson is not a top 10 quarterback. He is a top 10 athlete.
He needs to throw the ball.
He doesn't throw the ball well.
No, not at all.
That's why my list is totally different. My list is totally different based on who throws the ball well.
I like Mahomes, Roger, Brady at top 3.
I think that's accurate.
Yeah, that's accurate.
I think it's interchangeable. I think Rodgers is number 1 as far as accuracy as a quarterback.
Yeah. Mahomes will overtake that.
Sure. And he should.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Rodgers is probably going to go down as being the best passer ever in the NFL. But then you're going to have Tom Brady. Quarterback.
No. Peyton Manning will go down, and Dan Marino's right there, my friend, will go down as the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. Tom Brady is the greatest NFL player to ever play the game.
He's probably the best quarterback to ever play the game. And
Tom Brady is not the best quarterback to ever play the game. Peyton Manning beats him. Super Bowls, I'm not talking Super Bowls here. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about straight, because Dan Marino's up there. Dan Marino is one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. He never won a single Super Bowl.
Got 0.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stay pat with what I said. I'm okay with it.
We won't have a conversation.
I love Peyton.
Adam, we don't watch Undisputed. I don't watch anything Skip Bayless. You're gonna have to give me some more information.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think Skip Bayless is a joke, personally.
They both are jokes. It's shock jock. Again, tweet stupid shit, get stupid prizes. Like it's not. There's nothing fun. I don't like stuff like that. I don't like hot takes. I don't like when people twist numbers to make them in their favor. Oh, Bryce Harper has the highest. He's Hall of Fame OPS right now. Okay, and he's got 15 home runs and 28 RBIs. Like that's fantastic.
Bryce Harper's got 18 home runs, and all of them are solo shots.
Yeah, and he's also got like 198 with runners in scoring position. But he's got the highest OPS. Like, yay, he's hit doubles with nobody on base. Great, I love it. That's what exactly I want to see from a $26 million a year player. Like, come on. Like, do you think I'm going to ask you this question because I asked my guys the other week. Do you think Bryce Harper is living up to his contract?
No.
Thank you.
But here's the follow-up with that. The whole team is not living up to where they should be.
No, of course not. But I'm just saying
So it
solely
kind
on a
of just-
production basis.
right.
Is
So
he
Bryce
living up to
Harper
his
alone
contract?
kind of just solely falls. But neither is Trout then. Trout's not living up to his contract.
No. But that's
To be fair,
But yeah,
to be fair, though, in order to live up to that contract, you have got to be the best player in baseball, not just on your team, not just in your league, the best player in baseball.
And Trout
Shohei Ohtani is the best player in baseball. Trout is not the best player on the Angels.
And Trout is starting to break down. He's getting hurt a lot more and more and more. So this puts the question in here now, Chip. If Ohtani gets a $400 million extension, you have two guys who are not, or almost $1 billion on the Angels. How do you build a team, and is it worth it? Do you think they can live up? Like, here's my thing. If Bryce Harper doesn't win an MVP, get 6, because now, we're in year 3. We need 6 All-Stars from him. I don't care if it's a popularity contest. You're like, oh, it's a popularity contest. You get voted in. No, I want to see him put up all-star numbers. That's what I want to see, which he's not doing, which he hasn't done as a Philly. Fuck COVID year. I get it. But you have two guys in Trout and Shohei Ohtani. If they don't win 4 World Series with having the 2 best players on the planet on their team for almost a combined of $1 billion, is that a success or a failure?
Well, it's the same way that the Mariners wasted someone like Ichiro. They had Ichiro, they had A-Rod, wasted a talent.
Randy Johnson, they had
Randy Johnson,
A-Rod,
Jay
and
Buhner.
Ricky all the time.
Jay Buhner. I should have gotten Johnny on here. We're talking Mariners baseball up in this bitch. Edgar Martinez.
Edgar Martinez. Oh, that's his
Now we're
definition
rotating
of
through like
DH.
5 different teams.
His definition
What?
of a DH. That's Johnny's definition
Right.
of a DH.
Oh, for sure.
Makes me
But
laugh. Sorry,
again,
John. It's your expense tonight.
There are certain players that, they get the big contracts, and that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool. But it really does come down. Like, there's the big conversation when you're talking about the Hall of Fame for any of the divisions that you need championships. Right? Chris Paul, when the Suns win the championship, will solidify his place in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Fair. If not, he's on the outside. But he still will be a Hall of Famer. In my eyes, he will be a Hall of Famer. Just after this.
100%. So it's you can't go into some of these leagues and just be the best player on the Phillies and they finish in 3rd place.
Yeah. We get hung up on stats. We get hung up on hardware. And I think that's the hard part for making cases for anybody of getting into their respected Hall of Fames. But this is my problem with big contracts like that. You sign these guys to these big contracts because you want them to produce. If they don't produce and live up to it, it's a monumental failure because you could sign – look at the Rays. The Rays win World Series with, what, $79 million payroll? Like the lowest payroll because they can draft and they know how to develop talent.
Yes.
That's where it comes down to. And they never re-sign these guys for a lot of money because they know they can't do it. But they still contend every single year. They're still fighting for spots. They still have pitching.
Because they came up together and they built together. That's why the Philadelphia Phillies had the run that they did, because Utley, Rollins, and Ryan Howard came up together.
And Ryan Howard put up some of the best numbers in baseball from 2006 to 2010.
And then we were pissed off that he got
Ridiculous.
signed to the huge, obnoxious contract extension that he did.
But he actually still performed during those years, which was fucking crazy. He still had three seasons back-to-back with 50-plus home runs and over 120 RBIs. Bryce needs to do that, which is crazy in Citizens Bank Park that he can't be hitting 45 home runs. He should be hitting 45 home runs easy.
I would like to update something that happened within the last 15 minutes. Not only did the U.S. basketball team lose to Nigeria yesterday, they lost to Australia tonight.
Matisse.
91-83.
Wow. I guess they just don't care. Well, that's fun. But like I said, I don't care about – it's weird that I say I don't care about the Olympics, but I really don't watch it. I'm just one of those guys. The Olympics does nothing for me. I don't know what it is.
They shouldn't have it. They shouldn't be having it, but they just pulled all the fans. So, let's start with that.
Oh, that's cool. But you still have to get from point A to point B, and you're going to be around a crap ton of people. Yay. Yay, sports. Yay, sports. It's going to be fun.
I need to know who's on the Australian basketball team.
Matisse Thybulle, the dude Baines, Nicholas K. Swear to God, there's a guy named after our co-host, Nicholas K. He's on the team. And who else do they have? Oh, not Ben Simmons. He's not there. He decided to stay home. He's in France, which is a good time.
Right. And Andrew, you're right here. Teams don't win championships without some of these valuable role players, right? Carlos Ruiz was a dog crap hitting catcher. Absolute dog crap hitting catcher.
Amazing behind the dish.
But he was a genius when it came to calling a baseball game.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. I miss those days. I miss those days.
But Shane Victorino going all out. Worth going all out. These are guys that they went all out. They tried. They left it all on the table. We don't have that anymore.
Nope. We don't have that.
The Australian national team includes Aaron Baines, Matthew Dellavedova, Dante Exum, Ingles from the Jazz,
Joey Ingles,
Patty Mills, and Matisse Thybulle.
Nice.
And then a bunch of other players.
Yes. Well, that's our national team.
They just beat the U.S. national team.
Yeah, it's like international friendly play.
Nigerian basketball team. Who did they have? I'm curious.
I don't think they have any pros, do they?
With 6 NBA players. Yes, they do. They got 6.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I'm trying to find out. I've never had to look up the Nigerian basketball team.
Neither have I.
Probably should look up the word roster. But again, Andrew, how did you possibly forget Chooch?
Let me down, Andrew. You let me down.
Okeechobee, from I forget which team he plays on. El Farouk Aminu.
Oh, Aminu. Yes. Okay.
Ben Uzo.
Okay.
So they got people. But again, not enough to beat
Dame Lillard and
US.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I don't know. I'm ready for participation trophies to be thrown out. I'm ready for people to go back to just, talking about sports and not bringing drama into it. Shohei Ohtani is good for baseball. He's our generation's Babe Ruth at this point.
Yes.
Like, let him be our generation's Babe Ruth.
Playing against better competition.
Much better competition. And on that note, do you have any final things you want to share? Because I'm ready to wrap this thing up. I'm annoyed by the shenanigans. I'm annoyed that we talked about bad sports takes. I'm annoyed that I had to mention Carson Wentz's name by talking about participation trophies and Ben Simmons. Herb Brooks said all-star teams can't win. We've shown that the dream team can win, but they also can't. Anything you want to wrap up with?
Oh, man. Catch us on Tuesdays. Like, we're having fun. Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock, 8:15. We're always there. Drunk on Broad. Give us a follow. We're a good time. Good dudes. Just like to hang out. Chip, thank you for having me on. Keep doing what you guys are doing. You, Johnny, and Jeff, have some fun. Kick some ass. What are you guys doing for this week?
So we got a bunch of stuff going on. So Adam says, good to see you. Yes, an Eagles dream team drop. Good night.
See you.
We're having,
See you tomorrow.
Vince Young, dream team, y'all. So Wednesday night, I believe we have Connor Miles from Sports Illustrated. We had some scheduling snafus, but I believe he's coming on Wednesday night.
Okay.
Thursday night is our Across the Pitch soccer show, which I've actually been watching a little bit and learned some things about soccer.
Okay.
So that's always a good watch. Plus, we have our YouTube exclusive shows like Birds, Beers, and BS. We have our draft show. We have all kinds of good stuff going on the All About the Birds network. So make sure you are checking it out, following, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. Watching Rich on Tuesday nights on Drunk on Broad. That's what I do every Tuesday night. I blow up the comments with ridiculous shenanigan stories.
We have good times.
I enjoy harassing you during your live shows and trying to make you keep your composure.
It's like, fucking Chip. He signed on. Let's get him.
Hello.
Hey guys. Hey.
Final movie reference. Hello.
Missed Doubtfire.
You couldn't get your voice higher than that, Rich? I'm disappointed.
I was a South Jersey bass. I was all low. Can't go up high. I really wanted to join a band, but I can't go up high.
So what you're telling me is I should really just start calling you Han because you speak so low.
Loved it. Sometimes I speak so low you can't hear me. Oh, Jesus Christ.
We got to wrap this up. So here's our sponsors, people. First off, thank you guys for tuning in. We do this every Monday night. We got some cool guests coming up, including some people who have gone through the minor league process of baseball, along with players who just got drafted. So I got some big things in the works. This is Monday night. This is Chips and Dish. We do this every single Monday night. The sponsors, the people that pay our bills, Statement Games, a fun free twist on fantasy sports. Check out the link in the bio. OddsJam.com, using the Arbitrage Calculator to not lose money. Check out the link in the bio. AATBirds.com/shop for all of the AAT Birds designs. 99jersey.com, use the code AATBirds20 for a 20% discount at checkout. And my very favorite one, just because I get to say your balls will thank you, is manscaped.com. They're partnered with All About the Birds. Use the code AATBirds for 20% off and free shipping. And a funny story that if this isn't even on the commercial that I'm going to play out. My dad was over here the other day, and I went, hey, Daddy, I have some extra things lying around. He's like, well, I don't want the lawnmower, which is for shaving your giblets, which I was quite okay with not giving my dad something to shave his giblets. But I did give him my extra weed whacker, which is for the nose and ears. So there's all kinds of stuff in the Manscaped shopping list. So again, go on there, all AAT Birds for a 20% discount. We end every show on this network with Go Birds.
Go Birds.
And we also end it with we're out of beer or high noons. So we out of here. Peace. Y'all will see you. Catch you on the flippity flip. Clink.
Peace, clink. I'm finished.
Summer's coming. Are you ready to unveil your beach bod? You're in luck. Our friends at Manscaped just launched their 4th generation performance package, which includes the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, the 4.0. Complement your summer bod with a trim from the leaders in male grooming. The sun is shining and calling your name, fellas. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get ready for hot guy summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the code AATBirds. It's time to bundle up with the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. Inside this package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance Boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold your goodies. First off, the new Performance Package 4.0 includes the Lawnmower 4.0. This trimmer is insane and, dare I say, the GOAT of ball trimmers. Yes, I said it. The 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor and a new multifunction on-off switch and can engage a travel lock and gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. Not to mention, it's waterproof. Want to take your grooming game even further to the next level? The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker to chop your worst weeds up top in your nose and ear. Seal the deal with Manscaped's liquids formulations. Before heading outside, use Crop Preserver ball deodorant to keep you on your game in the heat. Then, after trimming the lawn and whacking the weeds in the heat, give your beach balls a boost and use Crop Reviver. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0. Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Bring your comfort and boxers to another level. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code AATBirds at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code AATBirds at manscaped.com. Escape the shrubs and weeds this summer and shine with Manscaped.